Listen up and listen carefully, because what I'm about to share in the next 15 minutes isn't just advice. It's a critical survival guide. This could save you months, possibly even years, of profound heartache, soul-crushing frustration, and utterly wasted emotional, mental, and financial investment. We are talking about verbal red flags, specific, insidious things a woman might tell you, often disguised as something else, that are not just quirks, not just bad days, but direct, unambiguous indicators of deep-seated issues, toxic patterns, or fundamental incompatibilities that will almost certainly poison and ultimately destroy any potential relationship with her. Most men hear these phrases, these verbal landmines, and they do one of three things, all disastrous. They ignore them, hoping they'll go away. They rationalize them, making excuses for her, or worst of all, they try to fix the situation or fix her. Massive, catastrophic mistake. These aren't invitations for discussion, negotiation, or therapy sessions. These are your blaring, screaming, neon-lit exit signs, your get-out-of-jail-free cards. Today, I am arming you. I am revealing 5 specific things a woman will tell you, often in her own words, that should make you turn around and walk away immediately. No further questions asked, no second chances offered, for the sake of your own sanity, your self-respect, and your future happiness. And pay extremely close attention to phrase number 4. It is particularly insidious because it often sounds deceptively reasonable, even caring on the surface. Don't be fooled. Your future depends on recognizing these traps. So why? Why do so many otherwise intelligent, good-hearted men stay in situations where these verbal red flags are not just waving but practically smacking them in the face? It usually boils down to a few powerful, often subconscious drivers. Misplaced hope and the savior complex, the naive belief that she'll change, or I can fix her, or if I just love her enough. This is a path to martyrdom, not partnership. Fear of loneliness and scarcity mindset, the crippling fear of being alone, or the erroneous belief that this is the best I can get, leading them to tolerate the intolerable. The sunk cost fallacy, I've already invested so much time, energy, emotion, I can't just walk away now. Yes, you can, and you often must. Lack of self-worth and poor boundaries, a fundamental lack of self-respect that allows others to dictate their worth and trample their boundaries without consequence. Ignoring these clear verbal warnings is like knowingly ignoring the smoke alarm while your house is engulfed in flames. You will get burned. You will end up emotionally drained, financially depleted, psychologically scarred, disrespected, and wondering where it all went so catastrophically wrong, when the warning signs, the seeds of destruction, were there from the very start, often spoken in her own words. This isn't about fostering cynicism or paranoia. This is about cultivating sharp discernment. It's about valuing yourself, your time, your energy, your peace of mind, enough to recognize when a connection is fundamentally flawed, potentially toxic, or simply a dead end before you're emotionally entangled beyond repair. Today, you learn to listen not just to her words, but to what she's really saying about herself, her character, and your potential future together, or lack thereof. Verbal trigger number 1. This is a classic, and it's almost always delivered early on, often with a convincing air of vulnerability or victimhood. If she consistently tells you, with little to no self-reflection, that all my exes were crazy, all my exes were abusive, all my exes were toxic, or that it was always their fault, I was just the innocent victim in every single past relationship. Why, this is an immediate leave her no exception sign. This is a massive, blaring siren indicating a profound lack of self-awareness, a chronic inability to take any personal responsibility for her role in past relationship failures, and an extremely high likelihood of her projecting blame onto others. Healthy, emotionally mature individuals understand that relationships are a complex two-way street and that conflicts or breakups almost always involve contributions from both parties. If everyone else in her past is consistently painted as the sole villain, the glaringly obvious common denominator is her. You are almost certainly being auditioned and groomed to be the next crazy, toxic ex in her ongoing drama series. The underlying psychology often points to narcissistic tendencies, a deeply entrenched victim mentality, an inability to self-reflect or learn from past mistakes, and a pattern of creating or attracting drama. Your decisive action. Do not try to be her savior. Do not attempt to be the one good man who will finally fix her or show her what a healthy relationship looks like. You are not her therapist, and you are not her redemption arc. Recognize the deeply ingrained pattern. This is a direct preview of how she will describe you to her next partner. Politely, firmly, and swiftly disengage and walk away. Your peace of mind is paramount. Verbal trigger number 2. This one seems innocuous, even honest, on the surface, but it's a critical filter. She tells you explicitly and clearly, "I'm not looking for anything serious right now," or "I don't really believe in labels or commitment," or "Let's just see where things go, no pressure." Pay close attention, especially if her actions seem to contradict these statements, e.g., she wants constant couple-like intimacy, time, and emotional support. Or, crucially, if you are clearly and explicitly looking for something serious and committed, why this is an immediate leave her no exceptions. If your goals differ, sign, believe her words when she tells you who she is and what she wants or doesn't want. She is setting the terms of engagement. If you are seeking a serious, committed relationship and she explicitly states she is not, you are on a direct collision course with profound frustration, resentment, and inevitable heartbreak. Staying, hoping she'll magically change her mind for you, is a rookie mistake, a recipe for being used, strung along, or ending up in a perpetual, undefined, anxiety-inducing situationship. If her actions contradict her words, e.g., she wants all the benefits and intimacy of a relationship without any of the commitment or responsibility, it's a clear sign of game playing, emotional immaturity, or a desire to keep her options open at your expense. The underlying psychology often indicates a genuine fear of commitment, a desire for casual connections, wanting the benefits of a relationship without the responsibilities, or simply mismatched relationship goals and timelines. Your decisive action. Respect her stated position and, more importantly, respect your own desires and relationship goals. If your fundamental objectives do not align, wish her well, mean it, and find someone whose goals and intentions mirror yours. Do not audition for a role she has already explicitly stated she is not casting for. Your time and emotional energy are too valuable. Verbal trigger number 3. This is a subtle but incredibly corrosive form of emotional abuse. She frequently, consistently, and unfavorably compares you to her ex-partners, other men she knows, or even fictional characters, often in a way clearly designed to make you feel inadequate, insecure, or to manipulate you into changing to fit her idealized and often unrealistic mold. Examples: "My ex always used to buy me flowers, why don't you?" implying he was more thoughtful, generous. "Why can't you be more ambitious, romantic, spontaneous, like some other man's name? You're not as positive trait as he was." Why this is an immediate leave her no exceptions sign. This is a deeply disrespectful and highly manipulative tactic. Its sole purpose is to undermine your confidence, keep you perpetually on edge, make you constantly seek her approval and validation, and slowly erode your sense of self-worth. Healthy, respectful partners appreciate you for who you are, flaws and all. They don't try to systematically deconstruct you and remold you into a ghost of someone else or an idealized fantasy. This is a glaring sign of her unresolved issues with her past, a deeply controlling nature or a fundamental lack of respect for you as an individual. The underlying psychology often points to devaluation tactics common in narcissistic dynamics, profound insecurity on her part, projecting her dissatisfaction, a lack of genuine respect for you, or an attempt to control and condition your behavior. Your decisive action. Recognize this immediately for the insidious emotional manipulation it is. Your inherent worth is not and should never be determined by her arbitrary or self-serving comparisons. You can state, once and firmly, that such comparisons are unacceptable. If it continues, and it likely will if it's a pattern, you exit immediately. You deserve to be valued for you, not as a project or a stand-in. Verbal trigger number 4, and this one is particularly insidious, particularly manipulative, because it cynically weaponizes the concept of love and care against you. She frequently employs phrases like, "If you really loved me, you would do X," or "If you truly cared about my feelings, you would stop doing I," or "You obviously don't love me if you're not willing to sacrifice Z for me." Where X, Y, or Z are usually things you are deeply uncomfortable with, that violate your personal boundaries, contradict your core values, or demand an unreasonable sacrifice from you. Why this is an immediate leave her no exceptions sign. This is classic textbook emotional blackmail, a deeply manipulative and toxic tactic. Genuine love, genuine care is not conditional upon you sacrificing your fundamental boundaries, your core values, your personal well-being, or your autonomy. She is attempting to guilt-trip you, to coerce you into compliance by questioning the very validity of your feelings for her if you don't submit to her demands. This is not how a loving, respectful, emotionally mature partner communicates needs, desires, or seeks compromise. It is a clear and unambiguous sign of a controlling, potentially narcissistic, and undeniably toxic personality. The underlying psychology: clear manipulation, guilt-tripping, a profound lack of respect for your boundaries and autonomy, a tendency towards conditional love, or what passes for it in her mind, and often a desire for control and dominance. Your decisive action. Never, ever give in to emotional blackmail. Recognize it instantly for the poison it is. You can calmly state, "My love, care for you is not and will not be defined by my willingness to do X against my will, values, boundaries. My feelings are genuine, but so are my limits." If this is a pattern, it is not a negotiation point. It is a clear, unequivocal signal to leave, immediately and permanently. True love respects and honors boundaries. It doesn't seek to annihilate them through coercion. And verbal trigger number 5, the one that can slowly but surely crush a man's spirit. She consistently, persistently dismisses, belittles, trivializes, or openly mocks your deeply held dreams, your legitimate ambitions, your genuine passions, your hobbies that bring you joy, or your fundamental core values. These are the things that are foundational to who you are as a man, to your identity, to your sense of purpose. Examples: "That's a stupid, childish dream. You'll never achieve that." "Why do you waste your time on your passion hobby? It's so lame, pointless." Your belief in your core value is naive, outdated, ridiculous. You're not smart, talented, good enough to pursue your ambition. Why this is an immediate leave her no exceptions sign. A genuine partner, even if they don't fully share or understand all your passions, should be your biggest supporter, your loudest cheerleader, or at the very least, deeply respectful of what drives you, what excites you, what gives your life meaning. Consistent dismissal, belittlement, or mockery of the things that make you you is profoundly disrespectful, incredibly damaging to your self-esteem, and ultimately soul-crushing. It often signals a fundamental lack of compatibility, a deep-seated insecurity on her part. She might feel threatened by your growth or ambition, or even a malicious desire to diminish you, perhaps to control you more easily, or to elevate herself by comparison. This is not constructive criticism. This is psychological sabotage. The underlying psychology demonstrates a profound lack of respect, often contempt, one of Dr. John Gottman's 4 Horsemen of the Apocalypse for relationships, potential narcissism or a desire to control by undermining, and a fundamental incompatibility at the level of core identity and life purpose. Your decisive action, your dreams, your ambitions, your passions, your core values, these are not up for her ridicule or dismissal. This is a non-negotiable, instant deal breaker for any man who possesses a shred of self-respect. You leave. You find someone who champions your journey, or at the very least, honors and respects it, even if they don't fully participate in it. Your spirit deserves to soar, not be systematically suffocated. Gentlemen, recognizing these verbal red flags, these insidious landmines, is only half the battle. The other half, the crucial, decisive, power-infusing half, is cultivating the unwavering courage, the profound self-respect, and the unshakable conviction to turn around and walk away immediately, without hesitation or apology, the moment these patterns emerge and reveal themselves consistently. Understand this: leaving a situation that is toxic, disrespectful, or fundamentally misaligned with your well-being is not an admission of failure. It is not weakness. It is an act of profound self-love, ultimate wisdom, and supreme strength. It is choosing your peace, your sanity, your future, your potential for genuine happiness, over a toxic entanglement or a dead-end connection that will only drain you. Your willingness to decisively walk away from what is bad for you is your ultimate leverage, your most powerful magnet in attracting what is truly good, healthy, and fulfilling for you. Do not negotiate with deal breakers. Do not try to fix someone who is clearly showing you, with their own repeated words and actions, who they fundamentally are and how little they value you. Your exit is your power. So, to etch these into your mind, the 5 verbal grenades, the relationship-killing phrases that scream, "Leave her immediately for your own sake." Trigger 1, "All my exes were crazy." Toxic, the problem, the perpetual victim. Trigger 2, "I'm not looking for anything serious." No labels, when your goals or her actions say otherwise. Trigger 3, constant, unfavorable, demeaning comparisons. The devaluation machine. Trigger 4, "If you really loved me, you would." The emotional blackmail trap. Trigger 5, persistent dismissal, belittlement or mockery of your core self. The soul crusher. Knowledge is power, but shared knowledge, shared experience, is a shield, a fortress for all of us. In the comments section below, I want to hear from you. Which of these insidious verbal red flags have you personally encountered that you knew deep down meant it was time to leave? Or what's another "leave immediately" phrase? Another verbal landmine that you believe every single man needs to be acutely aware of. Let's build an unshakable arsenal of wisdom. Your story could save another man from years of pain. If this video, this critical intelligence, could save even one man from a world of future heartache, from a toxic entanglement that would diminish him, it is profoundly worth it. Share this vital intel with the men in your life, your friends, your brothers, your sons. Protect the brotherhood, empower them with discernment. For more unfiltered, potent truths on recognizing red flags, building unshakable self-respect, mastering the often treacherous dynamics of attraction and relationships, and claiming your inherent power, make sure you have absolutely obliterated that subscribe button and have activated all notifications. Your self-worth, your peace, your future. These are non-negotiable. Never, ever settle for less than you deserve. Walk tall.